Hello everyone, this is East Coast Economic Update for August the 21st, 2009. A couple of things I want to cover in the next few weeks since it's getting closer and closer, and I think that we need to get some perspective. A couple of things. Obviously the WebBot says between the 16th and the 22nd. The 21st is today, so obviously this is going to really appear on the 22nd. The derivatives market is going to start to show its real face, its ugly demeanor behind that mask that it's been hiding under called the green shoots. Some interesting things that are happening in the background. Of course, everything's going to be in the info box, as you know. Two things. In more detail, I'm going to let Patriots Under God and the Cassandra Review, Carmen, the Cassandra Review, share with you what they're thinking. They go into much more detail. Patriots Under God, if you want, the audience here, want a day trader's view or a short-term trader's view, Patriots Under God is going to cover that information in the video that I have in the info box. Carmen and I think, and I speak for myself, I guess I'm speaking for her as well. Carmen, if you're watching this, correct me if I'm wrong. The two of us are looking to try to survive this and possibly continue to run our individual businesses, even if we have to move them to a new location. So our perspective is more or less, watching the tsunami happen and trying to avoid it and then rebuild if we can financially. So, so far, some stuff that's been going on. Some of the pension funds have lost up to 60%. Some of the established pension funds have lost up to 60% of their principal, their personal worth, which is not a sign that there are fundamental retrenchments of the economic base that everyone keeps touting and singing about. Another issue is that the next leg down here in the WebBot thing after this derivatives market issue gets propped up, and what I'm telling you is based on multiple sources. The WebBots are one, Gerald Celente is another. I pay for both services because I believe they're invaluable, and they've been hitting almost 99% of the time. I'll say 90% of the time. The next leg down here between that is once this exposure has happened, it may happen on a Saturday. It's very possible. Usually funny stuff is always happening on Saturdays. Lehman Brothers collapse happened on a Saturday morning when nobody was watching and the markets were not open. So it's not unlikely that it will happen tomorrow while the rest of us thunderstorm. Kind of interesting. We said there was a calm before the storm, and here it comes, both figuratively and actually. So what's going to happen next? So whatever's going to expose itself, it's kind of starting to expose itself now. Last year we lost 26 banks. This year we're up to 79. There may be more by sundown Friday. I won't know about it until Sunday. You guys will probably know before I will. The next thing is I've heard from three sources, three different things, one with a date, another one with a range, and I'm going to explain myself. Bank holidays. The next bank holiday is going to happen anywhere between the 25th, 26th of August to the first week of September. WebBots are giving a 1st to September to the 10th of September range. I've actually heard people I've seen one that's given a date, the 26th of August. I would take all of what I'm telling you with a grain of salt. It might be somewhere in between. For me and my house, if there's a bank holiday and you're a retailer like I am, and people can't use their credit cards to take out money, I'm done. Most people are done. Hotels, any kind of internet business, anything that involves a credit card or cash, or in most cases a credit card or a purchase that is not necessary like food, water, shelter, that sort of thing, is going to be non-existent. So if there is a bank holiday, you may see that there might be a hiatus on my channel because I will, pardon me, it's not that I have a toupee, it's just my yarmulke decides to sit around very funny on my head. You will see a hiatus in my channel because I will bugger off. Two reasons. One, nobody's buying sneakers. What's the point of me sitting here in the Bronx? Second of all, it's the Bronx. I don't want to be in a large city when people are, charging $50 for a loaf of bread. If that happens. Now, of course, any of these things and all of these things could not happen, may not happen, and everybody moves along. But I'd rather prepare for the worst and hope for the best than the other way around. In other news, more interesting things that, and then the next leg down, I apologize, I keep distracting myself. The next leg down from that point after the bank holidays, the webbots are pointing out that the swine flu should start to hit the northern part of the Western Hemisphere. That's me and anybody else in the East Coast area and North American continent around the 15th. It should start. Now, when they say the 22nd or whatever, it may be a complete collapse. It may be the first sign of something going down. Myself, Patriots Under God, Wedbots, Carmen, Cassandra Review, and Gerald Celente believes that there will be a peak of the Dow at 9,600. I think we're pretty close. And then she's going to start the leg down. And she's going to start to leg down fast. And like Peter Schiff always says, it doesn't go down in a straight line. It plateaus, comes up, and drops further. We are still at 50% of our peaks in 2007, 2008. So that is an issue up by itself. Baltic Dry Index. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It's going to be an info box. The Baltic Dry Index indicates anything that is being shipped. That's the orange. There he is. Kitten Cotton is here. He may bother you in a second. But anyway, the Baltic Dry Index is the index in which indicates when stuff is made in China and brought to here to the United States has to be shipped. And the Baltic Dry Index, there's his ear, is down for the last 12 months. Almost 75%. That means that barely anything is coming. Now don't forget, the Baltic Dry Index is supposed to go up from June and July to prepare for back to school and Christmas. I do make a prediction, which I am stealing from Gerald Celente. He says by 2012, people are going to be just happy to be getting a turkey and food on Christmas, kind of a Thanksgiving extended. I think it's going to start this year. I'm already hearing people saying that they're not going to exchange gifts. They are going to probably just be happy to eat something. Also, something else that I want you to know. Sugar. The basic building blocks of most baked goods and most foods has jumped up 80% in the last 60 days. And there's a good indication that this is the first hint of hyperinflation to begin. Basic staples are usually the first thing to indicate. Oil, sugar, flour. It happened last year with flour, wheat, and oil, and certain oil, like corn oil, that sort of thing. Part of the reason was because when gasoline went up, they started to divert corn oil towards ethanol. And if you look at Snapples and other stuff, notice that they're now all filled with sugar, not corn syrup. There's a reason for it. So I think this is going to be the next big push. By springtime, I think that we're going to have some problems getting bread and basic staples. I think it's going to probably start even earlier than that, probably around the holidays. So let's keep an eye out. The next, watch what happens. Keep an eye on Cassandra Review and Patriots Under God. Both are awesome people, and they're giving you the information. So if there's a bank holiday, don't be surprised if I'm not here. All right, guys. Good Shabbos to all, and have a good day.